So ultimately, the primary mission of a political appointee is to really represent the president, the vice president, the administration, to make sure that the vision and mission of this administration is accomplished. And certainly in my case, Vice President Biden was, when he was a senator, was the original author and champion of the Violence Against Women Act. So when he joined the administration, he asked that a White House advisor on violence against women that position be created within the White House and work closely with other agencies to really strengthen interagency collaboration around reducing domestic violence, sexual violence. And it really has been a great opportunity then, as a political appointee, to work very closely with the administration, with the White House Council on Women and Girls, and to try and really fulfill that mission. I had been informed by the Department of Justice that this position was going to be coming open within the Office on Violence Against Women, and it's an office that I really respected the tremendous work that was being done within the agency and in that office, and so I went ahead and applied, and then during that process, I think just the experience I had working with a number of individuals in the federal government, as well as the National Task Force, the ABA Commission on Domestic and Sexual Violence, and others in the community, I think that certainly helped, where they saw that I could bring a lot of that experience, a lot of those contacts to this work. When I learned that this position was open and that they were interested in hiring someone at the Department of Justice within the Office on Violence Against Women, I expressed my interest, that I would be interested in being considered. And sometimes you express your interest and a month goes by and you don't hear from anyone, but then all of a sudden I got a call asking me if I wanted to come in for an interview. So I did interview. Again, I knew they were interviewing a number of individuals, so another month or two went by before I heard from anyone, but then I heard that they had selected me as their candidate to put forward. And then begins a whole vetting process, where you have to submit a tremendous amount of information, and they vet you both within Department of Justice, and then also there's a separate layer of additional vetting through the White House Personnel Office. And that process can be somewhat lengthy, but it just took a few months in my case. So I would say from beginning to end, the whole process maybe took about 5 or 6 months. And at that time, I still had, the job that I was in with Casa de Esperanza, and, managed to tell only my boss that there was this possibility that I was being considered, and they were very supportive. They were excited because they recognized also the value of continuing to have our Latino community, pursue these positions. But so it made it a little bit difficult during that time, feeling a little bit that you're in limbo. But ultimately, when it came through, I really realized what a great experience it was, an opportunity. I would really encourage any Latina to consider pursuing a political appointment. I think sometimes we tend to be perhaps selling ourselves short, right? And to be humble is a good thing, and to be a public servant is a good thing, but the reality is that you have so much to offer. And so your voice at the table can really make a critical difference. There's no doubt about it. From doing advocacy in the NGO world, I realized how often we went to speak with people in different federal agencies or with different offices on the Hill. And it was often so much more beneficial when that person had a broader perspective of how things impact different communities and had a real commitment to lifting up the voices of all communities. So for you to be within federal government and to be that person who can be that voice at the table and really help improve programs is a significant contribution. And I don't think anyone should sell themselves short. Whatever experience you have and just following your heart and your passion can really lead you to a place where you can make a significant contribution.